So you're gonna start off using 6 egg whites. This will make a lot of meringues. If you wanna do a half recipe, you can do 3, but it is a little bit trickier to kind of whip up the eggs when you have a small amount. What we're gonna do is separate them. To separate them, you can just kind of use the egg shells, go back and forth. We don't need the yolks. If you want to save them for another project, you can always do that. I do not need them right now, so I'm going to set it aside. But as you are separating them, you'll notice there's no yolk in here. If you get even just the slightest amount of yolk, it can actually weigh down your meringue and it won't whip up. So what I do to make sure is now I'm going to dump that into a fresh bowl. If I were to get a little bit of egg yolk into one of my eggs, then I just have to toss one. But if I get it into like the whole batch, then all of it's trash. So you want to kind of keep those good ones separate and go through and just separate each one at a time, being careful not to get any yolk. These are going to be going into your electric mixer. If you don't have one, boy, oh boy, your arm is going to be tired. It's going to take a really long time to be able to whip these up by hand. So I would definitely suggest using at least even a hand mixer if you couldn't get your hands on one. All right, we'll see you at the mixer. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is begin to whip up these egg whites. What we do is we turn it up to about medium-high speed, and we want it to get basically past the foaming stage. So once it starts to kind of look like a bubble bath, we'll start to slowly pour in our sugar. We're going to be pouring in 1.5 cups of sugar. It also just gets a pinch of salt and a little bit of vanilla, or if you wanted to add a different flavoring, you could do that. So we'll get these going. Okay, so this was about almost 15 minutes before this actually is done. And what we're going for are stiff peaks, which means that when you bring it up, it doesn't fall down. So this is ready to go. We'll get out our piping bags and some colors, and we'll go ahead and pipe these.